Blind Lounge
In a dark
Productions.
void, a light bulb explodes with the Blind Lounge logo appearing in the center and then disappearing.
This is me.
This is me.
This is me.
这是我。
This is me.
This is me.
And this is us.
Hey guys, welcome back to This Is Us. I am Dominic, and today I have the pleasure of having Anthony Swan with me, you guys. So, Anthony, say hi.
What's up, you guys? How you doing?
So, y'all, I have been trying to track Anthony down for a minute to get an interview with him. He seems to be a hot commodity around these parts, so I figured I'd, get a hold of him and talk to him for a little bit. So, again, for you guys who do not tune in a lot, essentially, This Is Us is an opportunity for me to interview some of the group members and give you guys the chance to know a little bit more about them. So, Mr. Swan.
Yes, sir.
So let's start off with the regular formalities. So if you can tell us like your age, where you're from, and then give us a physical description of yourself for those who can't see like me.
Okay, all right, you got it. Yeah, finally, you got me in here, kicking and screaming. So I am 37 years old. I have lived 1,000 lifetimes, but I'm still forever young.
All right.
And right now, I live in Arizona, in the southwestern USA, originally from California. So I am a Turtle Beach bum by heart, dude, but turned desert rat.
Okay.
And let's see, I am Latin of Spanish descent.
Okay.
Typical description, about 5'8".
Okay.
Let's see, I am medium caramel complexion, gray blue eyes. I have long brown hair, and pretty physically fit. I'm a retired runner.
Okay.
And I keep myself nice and healthy, nice and trim. And yeah.
Okay. All right. You painting the picture. I see it. So, what is your vision loss, and what's the extent, and what actually caused it?
Okay, now there's a story. All right. I am totally blind. I have been blind for just celebrated 9 years, blind in December. And it is a retinal detachment due to the force of impact. I was involved in an accident several years ago that resulted in total blindness.
Oh, wow.
And so people are often curious about that accident. So I was actually hit by a train.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so I am very blessed that all it took was my sight. Doctors did wait for 3 days for me to die.
Oh, my God.
But they call me the man with 9 lives, and so I'm working on life number like 4 or 5. It's going to take a little bit more than a train.
Oh, wow.
But ultimately, it did leave me blind, so here I be.
Like, we're talking like a legit, like, train.
We are talking a legit commuter train. Yeah, it's a light rail train. Is what hit me in California.
Oh, man. That, like, literally stopped me in my tracks. Like, I'm, like, literally at a loss for words. Oh, wow.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh, wow. Okay, wait a minute. I have to get back on track. I'm sorry. I'm trying to... Okay, yeah, get back to it.
All of these train innuendos. Oh my word!
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, I don't regret the accident for a moment. Like I said, the accident left me blind, and my blindness led me to some of the most amazing experiences of my life. Dreams have come true because of it, and had it not been for my blindness, I wouldn't be here with you right now. So, like I said,
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. That was me. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to compose myself. Um.
No,
Okay, so that's okay. So that was my next question. So, how did you get introduced to the Blind Lounge, and how are you liking your experience in there so far?
how did I get introduced to the Blind Lounge? I don't know. Someone dropped me in there on my head. You know me. I mean, people try to catch me. There I go, kicking and screaming again.
Right, right.
The Blind Lounge. I'm not sure how who pulled me in there, but I've been a part of these blindness groups for years and years, ever since the beginning. And the way I like to put it is, once upon a time, there was the blind and vision impaired community. I think that was like one of the first blindness groups on Facebook,
Hmm.
and there were it was under heavy regime, lots of rules and restrictions, and so there was an uprising in the online blindness community, and so there was a kingdom split. Okay, so from this bigger kingdom, other smaller kingdoms and villages were created, and I don't know. I'm a vagabond. I've been traveling from one blindness kingdom to the next, and so the blind lounge is one of the, and so here I am, and I like it. I like it.
And you know the funny thing is you're the first person to really describe it like that, and I feel like that is such a good analogy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, because like I said, we were one big major happy family. But this group wanted to talk exclusively about food, and then this other one wanted to talk exclusively about sex, and then this other one wanted to get high, and so yeah, then now you have all of the groups.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. And I mean, essentially, to be honest with you, that's kind of how this group started. So everybody kind of has their own niche, I guess, if you will. So yeah. So okay, sir. So are you ready for the hot seat questions? I just wanted.
Sure,
I didn't know if you just wanted
bring
to.
it, boy.
All right now. So, so you are actually very vocal about being a father, a proud father of five, right?
Yes.
So what is it like? I mean, I actually have no kids. So in my mind, I'm thinking, could I raise a kid like being blind and being total? And it's just always one of those things. So what is it like being a totally blind parent?
It's a lot of fun. It's never a dull moment. It requires a lot of caffeine in the morning and a lot of alcohol at night. A lot of weed. No, I'm only kidding. um, I'm a very proud daddy of little daddy of five beautiful, amazing, talented, intelligent little people. My kids are all 10 and under,
Okay.
ranging 11 to 3. And like I said, it's never a dull moment. We live our lives, a little differently.
Right.
Everything in my house is either brailled or it talks. So walking into my home is like walking into a scene out of a sci-fi movie. So, baby thermometers, they talk. Kitchen stuff talks, and we have fun with it. They are my little people. I'm raising them to be individuals, with voices and opinions, thoughts, and lives of their own. And so it's fun. I mean, it is fun. It's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it's easy, because it's not.
Okay.
But we do what we got to do, and we just do it a little bit differently.
That's interesting. Yeah, and it's funny because you actually put a different spin on it. Because I was just like, I just be running around here with my head like a chicken with his head chopped off, trying to figure out what I'm doing. So I don't know. You,
I have those moments too. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just like anything else. We do it because we got it. You know what I mean? You kind of roll with the punches, go with the flow, and you do it because there is no other choice.
Right.
I'm gonna be completely transparent here, and that I actually didn't want kids.
Okay.
I'm divorced now. We were married for 14 years, and in the beginning, I did not want kids.
Okay.
But she did. She wanted kids, and out of my devotion, I said, okay, we'll have as many kids as you want. I will love them all. I will be daddy to the full extent of whatever that means, and I will work to support them all. In the end, some tragedy set in, and we are no longer married, and so I have my kids, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I do share custody with her, so it's not full time. But these kids are my universe. These kids are my entire world.
Wow.
And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Aww. Okay. Well, your Father of the Year award is in the mail as we move on to the next question. So, and I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this way about you. Your voice is very, it really reminds me of somebody who would do perfect on like talk radio. I mean, it's very, it's almost like like the perfect times, like to have like a rise in your voice and then dips, and then like you keep this like interesting kind of tone in your voice. Have you ever thought about doing radio?
Okay. First of all, I've never heard that before. So thank you. It is a tremendous compliment, and I am told often about my voice, which is a blessing and a curse.
Uh-oh.
Yes, radio. I've done radio before. This is one of those things where it has always been my dream to do radio. That was always my number one bucket list item, was to be on the radio.
Okay.
So after I went blind, after I lost my sight, a company contacted me on my cell phone, hunted me down after hearing my story of how I went blind, and asked me to record a radio commercial. And so there it is there again, because of my blindness, I've been able to fulfill one of my biggest dreams, and that was doing radio. And so, yeah, some years ago, we're in 2020, some years ago, was it 5-6 years ago now? I had a radio commercial that aired on every public station in the country, and it was awesome. It was embarrassing. It was amazing. So yeah, I've done radio. I've done radio shows and stuff. So yeah, I've thought about it.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Like from the first time that I heard your voice, I was like, oh my God, he needs to have his own radio station. So yeah, that's just me though. But yeah.
Oh, now you're gonna make me blush.
Well, I mean, how you got to give compliments what compliments are due. So hey, but so I thought, and again, I might be wrong. I thought I heard you say something about tarot.
Tarot. Okay. Yes, I am. How do I put this? This is going to come off really weird.
Okay.
All right. Spiritually, I am actually. I identify as a gray witch, and as a witch, or part of my practice, I do read tarot cards. I'm a tarot reader.
Interesting. Okay. So for those of us who are ignorant to this, like myself, what is the concept behind tarot card reading?
Tarot is a form of divination. It would be similar to, really, it's not that different from, some people have done this. Some people will say a prayer and be like, God, send me to the right scripture. And they'll open up their Bible and fall on a scripture and get their answer to whatever question they're looking for.
Okay.
In prayer, people ask questions, God, show me, give me guidance or what have you. Tarot is not that different. You ask a question, and whatever card or cards come up, it's just to show you possible outcomes of various situations, or to give you guidance in a particular situation.
Okay.
It's beautiful, and it's a lot of fun. And so yeah, I was actually doing some tarot reading this morning, and yeah.
So and again, you got to excuse my ignorance on the subject. I know a lot of times what I've always seemed to experience, or kind of the rumor around, is that when it comes to like tarot card reading, that like so like I'm sure everybody's aware of like you call 1-800 read my card, and when you call the person they're supposed to like tell you exactly what's going to happen on April the 5th at 3 o'clock. So it's not like that.
Not like that. Especially me personally, I stay away from foretelling. I
Okay.
don't like. Um, I and besides, foretelling is not it's not one of my gifts.
Okay.
Now, when people get into foretelling, it really shouldn't be. And we can go into whole different rabbit holes here, but it really shouldn't be concrete.
Okay.
What I can do is I can present possible outcomes.
Gotcha.
If this, then this could happen. But I believe, we have the ability, the power, the authority to shift the outcome. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm not going to say, go to the store and pick up a lottery ticket on this day, and no, that's not. That's just no.
Yeah. And I mean, and then again, and it really kind of takes me back to, and again, I don't know if everybody listening is aware of or has heard. I'm sure you probably catch a lot of slack because, again, when I think of tarot card reading, the first person that always comes to mind is the infomercials with Miss Cleo and kind of that whole scandal. Yeah. So I'm sure do you get a lot of that? Of like, oh, this is fake, don't believe that, do you get a lot of that?
Well, not once people experience me, but there are fakes out there. There are fakes and there are frauds. I'm not going to. Then there are probably more frauds than there are genuine. What I refer to as gifted.
Okay.
I didn't believe in this stuff once upon a time, and again, in the spirit of true transparency, I grew up in the church. In a very specific faith. And as an adult, I even served as a lead in ministry in church. But my path, my personal path, and my growth has led me to where I am now. And I've had experiences before with individuals that I can't deny. I can't deny that they're real and authentic. Not that I sought people out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being a little vague. Let me be a little more upfront. So in my career, this particular path of my journey started about 6 years ago, when I had a client on my table who was a self-proclaimed psychic.
Okay.
I've always, we've all heard of psychics before,
right?
And like many other people, I was doubtful. I'm a skeptic by nature. And 3 minutes into her hour-and-a-half long session, she began to reveal details about my accident, for one, that people don't know, and details about my life, my wife, my kids. For an entire hour-and-a-half session that I was working on her, she was feeding me all these details that people just don't know, that things that I don't talk about, people shouldn't know.
Right.
And so that what first opened my eyes to the possibility of more. And I want to say coincidentally, but I don't believe in coincidences, about a week later, I had another psychic on my table with different kind of gifting, but still another psychic who further pushed that door open. And so yeah, I mean, I believe that we're all gifted in one way or another. It's just a matter of those gifts. But the frauds, they're out there too.
Yeah. That you really has sparked my interest in stuff like this. And like I said, a lot of stuff, I've kind of just looked on the surface and kind of scratched the surface, but never really dug too much deeper under that. So that was actually a nice little, you know, tarot cards, for dummies 101, little classes you just kind of gave there. So,
Leave
but
it to me. I'll go deep. I'll go deep. So
okay. So, well, sir, and I just got one more last question for you. And now, Now, Mr. Swan, I always try to, bring it to my, for my listeners now. I have to say, so and we actually are part of some of, the same other groups as well. But again, this is the Blind Lounge, so I'm gonna stay focused on this one. So I've noticed are kind of a flirt by nature as well.
What?
Um,
What? Me? A flirt, Dominic? What? What?
And it's funny because I'm constantly seeing you in like comments and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, there goes Anthony. So and so I mean, and the funniest thing is like I like your wordplay and the way you interact with people. I'm like, okay, Anthony. So Mr. Swan, all this flirting and stuff you doing, what's going on in the Swan world in the love department, if you don't mind sharing.
So I am very happily single, and
Okay.
as far as um, both my blessing and my curse. Once again, I am both Latin and Sagittarius, which makes me an incredibly passionate and sensual person by nature.
Okay.
It's well within my nature. But no, in the love department, like I said, I'm divorced, and so at the moment I'm very happily single.
Okay. 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 I hear you. I hear you. Okay. So, well, I'm assuming when you say happily single, it's single and you would prefer to stay single.
Like I said before, I'm a kind of go with the flow kind of guy. Whatever happens, happens. I'm not that I would prefer to be single because I'm still young and I love life.
Right.
Eventually, I would love to find someone to share life's experiences with. I don't want to be by myself forever, but in the meantime, in the interim, I'm enjoying myself and loving myself. So, yeah, no regrets. I don't regret being single, but I don't want to either.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was just wondering. I was like, all right, Anthony better get his flirt on. So, yeah. So, okay. So, you have survived. This is us, Anthony. But before we close out, I always allow the interviewee, if they have a question to ask me or questions, that I'll, go ahead and satisfy that curiosity and go ahead and answer 100% honesty. So, do you have any questions for me?
Let's see. I have all kinds of questions.
Oh, God. Okay, go ahead, shoot them. Go ahead, shoot them at me. I'm ready.
No, okay, all right. I'll save some questions for later.
Okay.
What's your favorite food, Dominic?
Okay, so my favorite food, my taste changes a lot. Um, I'm not, and a lot of people say that I'm kind of really bland. I'm the guy that like, goes to like a Japanese restaurant and orders like chicken fingers and fries. So just very plain.
Okay.
So, at the moment, I feel like I can't go wrong with baked macaroni and cheese. That's definitely my favorite.
That
Um,
sounds. Have you
yeah,
ever had? Have you ever had it with bacon across the top?
I have not, but that actually sounds really good.
Oh, it's really good. I love food. Food is my favorite topic, and I love to cook. So, baked mac and cheese with bacon on it,
Uh huh.
so good.
Huh, I might have to try that, sir. You might have again sparked my interest in something else, sir. So, okay.
Expand the repertoire. You have to. So, okay. So, baked mac and cheese at the moment is your favorite. And what about dessert?
Okay, so I'm more savory than sweet. So, dessert.
No,
So, for myself, if I'm gonna do a dessert, I'm not like I don't really like pies. Not really a big cake fan. You know, well, if you know, okay. Well, if I will say this: if I had to do a pie, it would have to be either between a lemon meringue or a key lime pie.
okay.
So I'll
Okay.
definitely go with that.
Okay. And do you mind if I ask when your birthday is?
I'm a Pisces, March 16th, 1985.
Oh, that's right, March 16th. Wait, yes, that's right.
Uh-huh. Sir, are you trying to get a reading on me, sir? I feel like you might be trying to do a reading on me right now.
Wait, no. Hey, would you like me to do a reading on you? But I should have known your birthday. I just sang to you happy birthday.
Yes, you did. And I got one more question for you.
Wait a minute, you said your questions were over.
You're right. Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I told you. There's no question I wouldn't answer.
So, are you interested in participating in season 3 of the talent show?
I am interested.
Okay, all right. Okay.
It looks like a lot of fun. It looks like a lot of fun. I've enjoyed listening to all of the various contestants and stuff. It looks like a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely interested in participating in the next time around.
Okay. Well, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your questions, but go ahead if you got any more.
Oh shoot, you derailed me. What are we gonna do with this guy?
Look, I was trying to distract you.
You were trying to, weren't you? I think I'm good for now.
Okay. Well, it was good interviewing you, sir.
The pleasure is all mine, I assure you, Dominic. Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. So, everybody, this again is Anthony Swan, the tarot card reading, hopefully participating in season 3 of the talent show singing. Bacon and macaroni cheese eating. So, hey, if you guys see him around the group, reach out to him, say hey, send him a message, all that good stuff. But other than that, you guys take care, and we'll be seeing you on the flip side.
Have an amazing day.